Traditional Chinese medicine is deeply rooted in ancient philosophies that aim to understand the human body as a holistic system. One of the most important concepts in TCM is the five elements theory, which describes how the five fundamental elements wood, fire, earth, metal, and water influence our physical and mental well-being. Each element corresponds to different organs, emotions, seasons, and bodily functions. When the five elements are balanced, we experience health and vitality. However, when they become imbalanced, illness and discomfort arise. In this in-depth exploration, we will break down the five elements theory and its impact on your body, including how it connects to various organ systems, emotional states, and health conditions. 1. The wood element. Growth, flexibility, and the liver. The wood element represents growth, expansion, and flexibility. It is associated with the liver and gallbladder, which play a crucial role in regulating qi, energy flow, and ensuring smooth bodily functions. The wood element is also linked to the spring season, symbolizing renewal and new beginnings. When the wood element is balanced, you feel energized, motivated, and emotionally stable. Your liver functions smoothly, helping with detoxification, digestion, and hormonal balance. However, when the wood element is excessive or deficient, it can lead to irritability, anger, frustration, or depression. Physically, an imbalance in wood can cause digestive issues, migraines, high blood pressure, or muscle tension. To support your wood element, engage in activities that promote flexibility and relaxation, such as yoga, stretching, and deep breathing exercises. Consuming green, leafy vegetables, sour foods like lemon and vinegar, and herbal teas like dandelion or milk thistle can also help balance this element. 2. The fire element. Passion, joy, and the heart. The fire element governs passion, joy, and transformation. It is connected to the heart and small intestine, which regulates circulation, emotional well-being, and communication. The fire element peaks during the summer season, symbolizing warmth, connection, and excitement. A well-balanced fire element brings happiness, enthusiasm, and strong relationships. It supports a healthy heart, good circulation, and mental clarity. However, when the fire element is excessive, it can manifest as anxiety, restlessness, insomnia, or heart palpitations. If the fire element is deficient, you may feel emotionally closed off, suffer from low energy, or experience poor circulation and cold extremities. To balance the fire element, practice activities that bring you joy and laughter, such as spending time with loved ones, engaging in creative hobbies, and expressing gratitude. Eat foods that support heart health, like red fruits, cherries, tomatoes, bitter greens, arugula, kale, and warming spices, cinnamon, ginger. Meditation and mindfulness practices can also calm excessive fire energy. 3. The earth element. Stability, nourishment, and digestion. The earth element represents grounding, nourishment, and stability. It is associated with the spleen and stomach, which are responsible for digestion, nutrient absorption, and overall energy levels. The earth element is strongest during late summer, a transitional period between seasons. When the earth element is balanced, you feel centered, secure, and well-nourished. Your digestion is strong, and you have steady energy throughout the day. However, an imbalanced earth element can lead to digestive problems, bloating, acid reflux, constipation, weight gain, fatigue, and excessive worry or overthinking. To strengthen the earth element, consume warm, cooked foods that are easy to digest, such as root vegetables, sweet potatoes, carrots, whole grains, rice, quinoa, and naturally sweet foods, dates, figs, pumpkin. Avoid excessive raw or cold foods, which can weaken digestion. Engaging in grounding activities like walking in nature, practicing gratitude, and maintaining a stable routine can also support earth energy. 4. The metal element. Structure, clarity, and the lungs. The metal element is linked to structure, clarity, and organization. It corresponds to the lungs and large intestine, which control breathing, immunity, and elimination of waste. The metal element is strongest in the autumn season, a time of reflection and letting go. A healthy metal element allows you to breathe deeply, think clearly, and maintain a strong immune system. It promotes discipline, focus, and emotional resilience. However, an imbalanced metal element can cause respiratory issues, asthma, allergies, weakened immunity, constipation, skin problems, and feelings of grief or sadness. 5. The water element. Wisdom, fear, and the kidneys. The water element symbolizes wisdom, adaptability, and inner strength. It is associated with the kidneys and bladder, which govern fluid balance, energy storage, and reproductive health. The water element is dominant in winter, a season of rest and introspection. A balanced water element provides strong willpower, healthy kidneys, and a deep sense of intuition. However, if the water element is excessive or deficient, it can lead to chronic fatigue, weak bones, low libido, urinary issues, and deep-seated fear or anxiety. To nourish the water element, prioritize hydration, rest, and gentle movement. Eat water-rich and mineral-rich foods such as seaweed, black beans, kidney beans, fish, and bone broth. Practices like meditation, Tai Chi, and spending time in quiet reflection can also strengthen water energy. How the 5 elements interact and affect your health. The 5 elements in traditional Chinese medicine do not work in isolation. Instead, they exist in a continuous cycle that influences the body's overall health and balance. This interaction happens through 2 primary cycles, the generating cycle and the controlling cycle. The generating cycle describes how each element nourishes the next. Wood fuels fire. Fire creates earth. Ash. Earth forms metal. Metal enriches water, and water nourishes wood. This natural flow supports growth, regeneration, and harmony within the body. On the other hand, the controlling cycle ensures that no element becomes too dominant, maintaining balance. In this cycle, wood controls earth, tree roots hold soil, earth controls water dams, water controls fire, extinguishing flames, fire controls metal, melting it, and metal controls wood, axes cut trees. This regulatory function prevents excessive imbalances that could lead to physical and emotional distress. However, when disruptions occur in either of these cycles, it can cause energy blockages, chronic illnesses, and emotional instability. Understanding how these elements interact allows us to address imbalances proactively, leading to better health and vitality. How to apply the 5 elements to your life. 1. Identify your dominant element. Each person has a natural elemental constitution. Some may be more fire dominant, passionate, energetic, earth dominant, nurturing, stable, or metal dominant, disciplined, precise. Understanding your dominant element helps you manage health more effectively. 2. Observe seasonal changes. Adjust your lifestyle according to the seasons. Eat warming foods in winter, cooling foods in summer, and grounding foods in autumn. 3. Balance your emotions. Each element corresponds to emotions: anger, wood; joy, fire; worry, earth; grief, metal; and fear, water. Addressing emotional imbalances prevents physical illness. 4. Use herbs and acupuncture. TCM practitioners use herbs, acupuncture, and Qigong exercises to balance the elements and restore health. The 5 elements theory offers a profound way to understand your body and mind. By recognizing how wood, fire, earth, metal, and water influence your health, you can take proactive steps to maintain balance, prevent disease, and enhance overall well-being. Whether through diet, lifestyle changes, or emotional awareness, aligning yourself with the 5 elements leads to greater harmony, resilience, and vitality.